us that second period. Why don't you just, how cool was that for you guys?
Very cool. Yeah. No, it was good. It's, I really liked our first period, just stick penalties, something we talk about. You take two of them there. But just felt good about our period after the first and came into the second playing our game, I thought. And they had chances too, right? But we took advantage of ours. Again, made them defend, capitalized on opportunities, and pulled away there a little bit in the second period, which is huge. So obviously a huge middle frame for us.
How great was it to have the captain back and producing to this level?
Well, it's huge, yeah. I talked to him this morning. He expects so much of himself, and you can see through the first 3 games he's been back, he wants to make an impact so bad, and it's just when you're out for 7-8 weeks, it just takes some time. Like face-offs are down from what they normally are, reads, puck touches, and he expects himself. He expects such a high standard of himself. So we just talked like, allow yourself a little bit of grace. You're coming, you're getting better each game, and it's completely normal. You just stick with it, and I thought he was outstanding tonight. Obviously gets rewarded with the 2 goals, but he did things all over the ice. Face-offs were good, competing. He led for us.
Now, Dunn is kind of the same way. He's missed extended time, and he's just been on an upward incline. Kind of speak about what he's been bringing too.
Yeah, I think if you go back to after Dunn missed months, it was a little bit of a steady incline as well. It's just natural when you come back from injury, but he's clearly found his stride. 7 goals in the playoffs. I've been excited to get him into some playoff hockey for years. Been with him for a few. I just know that it's his game because he plays so hard, does things so well, gets to the hard areas, and he's not disappointing. Does everything right for us. Eats hard minutes against their best players. Produces on the offensive side, that whole line, but him specifically has been great.
Trent, you guys played pretty well in Hershey, even though you didn't win those games. So what's the confidence level right now going back there, knowing, of course, you have to win?
It should be high. I mean, we should be confident, and we shouldn't have lost any confidence after you lose 3 in a row either. We put in a lot of good minutes, and it just didn't go your way, and that's a hard thing to do. And I think even last game, you could see some confidence affected a little bit, although we stuck with it. But today, I thought we felt good about ourselves. We're positive on the bench, kept going, and so that's where we should be right now. I feel good about where how our group feels about ourselves.
And I just want to ask, just the difference between those first few games in Hershey and now your team has come back, won 2 straight. Just what are the differences between those games versus these last 2?
Well, I think their pace is higher than the previous rounds we played. Different style, nothing against Syracuse or Belleville, but they just play at a little bit of a higher pace, and that you have to acclimate. I thought it took us about 30 minutes in the first game to get there. But I think it's just our team plays so heavy. I think we've started to see some of those investments from early on in the series come around for us. Just making them defend, a team that defends really well and usually doesn't defend very often. And we've had some really good minutes in the O zone, wearing some of the D down, and I think you start to see that now. And I'm glad that we've won a couple, so we're able to kind of reap the rewards from early on that. But again, it's not going to get any easier going back in their building. We know they're going to come flying, especially in that first period. So we'll be ready to go.
So you guys sticking with Matejchuk in the lineup?
Oh, all lineup decisions, we'll see.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.